Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Leaders Dojo. Uh, Very sorry, and my apologies for uh, canceling the last one because I guess many of you already know I've actually had an accident, injured my leg, so I was spending a couple of days in the hospital getting checked out. But I'm okay now. Thank you for all your well wishes. Those of you who have wished me on my post and also privately messaged me, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate all your concern. Um, Tonight we have a great show. One of the ladies that I respect very much. We're going to talk to her, Ruby, uh, co-founder of B&B Labs and co-founder of Bowell. So if you are a regular beauty product user, you will probably have heard of these brands. If not, well, we're going to talk to Ruby and we're going to find out the amazing story behind Bobel and B&B Labs. Well, drop us a comment if you're where no. Let us know if you're here, where you're watching from. Say hi to us. We'll be more than happy to say hi to you. And if you are having any questions or comments, as usual, feel free to drop it in the comment box. We I want to keep it like a conversation. It's not a it's not really an interview kind of thing. We just want to have a nice conversation and learn what does it take to build a truly global Malaysian brand. Right, before I go further, let me just introduce a little bit about myself. You probably know me. My name is Chee-Seng, and I'm a content writing trainer, and also a thought leadership coach. Right. So some of you might be wondering, what's a thought leadership coach? Well, thought leadership content is something that is gaining traction nowadays. People are looking for insights to navigate this, very confusing, very competitive world. So. Somebody who can come out and actually give those insights are very very valuable, but not many people know how to you know come up to that level. So that's where I come in. I can help you on that. And part of the reason why I started this show is because I joined with a few friends of mine to start the Communication Leadership Academy. And this is where we find that communication, leadership, branding really is very integrated these days, right? Because you can't really build a brand if you can't communicate your brand, and you can't really communicate your brand if you don't have the culture driving the brand, right? And culture always comes from leadership. So, Cafe, Andy, Shenfeng, and myself came together to offer trainings, with this unique approach, right? That leadership, communication, and branding all goes together. Whether we are in any aspect that we are training on, whether it's leadership, whether it's communication, whether it's branding, we always have the idea that it's always linked, right? So we have the expertise to cover all of these areas. Yeah, and that's where the Leaders Dojo comes in, because I felt that we needed to have these kind of conversations because there's an awareness now that these three are linked, but I think a lot of us want to know how they are linked and how it functions in the real world, and how do we succeed, right, by having leadership, communication, and branding very well integrated together. And today I'm going to be talking to Ruby Ruby Siah, co-founder of B&B Labs, and she is a highly recognized and respected personality in the skincare industry, and having founded Malaysia's award-winning cosmeceutical brand B&B Labs, which has sold more than 1 million units across Asia, Australia, Europe, and the Middle East. And she has represented Malaysia as a judge for international competitions, including the World Skills Competitions for Beauty Care and ASEAN Skills Competition, right? And Ruby is really a very big-hearted person, right? She's passionate about empowering people to age joyfully. And if you follow her on LinkedIn, she always posts about aging joyfully, right? And she's also a sought-after trainer and inspirational speaker. We'll be speaking to her tonight about building a truly global Malaysian brand. So if you have aspirations to go global, tonight uh, topic is just right for you, right? So drop us a comment, say hi, and let's go with our. Where's my introduction? Let's start with this, and then we'll come back with Ruby. Hello,
Hi,
Ruby. Hi, thank you for joining us tonight, Ruby. And I really appreciate that you make the time.
good evening, Chee-Seng, and all the audience who is watching now. And I'm so honored to be invited by Chee-Seng to just share a little bit of my, I wouldn't say that you learn from me, but because myself, I'm still learning. Yeah. So we just share whatever
So
experience,
humble.
yeah, whatever experience that I have gone through. So, yeah, so let's have a good, easy conversation. Yeah.
Yeah,
And to
yeah.
see what we can share with the audience. Yeah.
Okay.
And happy Chinese New Year to you and to all. Yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing red like me. I also
Yes,
dressed up
that's
for
why I said we are
Chinese New
still
Year
in New
color.
Year. We are still in New Year, so we have to wear red. This is our Chinese tradition, right?
Yeah.
To bring luck
I'm
to
sorry, I
all.
can't see your name on the comments here. But thank you very much for your well wishes. Glad I'm getting my mojo back. It's been 2 weeks now, and I'm actually getting pretty good mobility on my leg now. So really thank God for that.
Mm.
Chimin is here, our regular. Always glad to see Chimin. Riza, this is another very happening LinkedIn live host. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, Riza, today I just read something from him.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
posting article. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay, so Ruby, maybe you can start with telling us a little bit more about yourself. Just introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Ruby Siah. So I have three grown-up children, and I have also four grandchildren. One
Wow,
is on the way, so five. So you
wow.
can see how I age joyfully, right?
Yeah, very blessed. Five grandchildren.
Yeah, very, very blessed. Yeah. So, for me, I've been in the beauty industry for like 4 decades now. Yeah. And many of you might know that, I have been the face in Malaysia for Bobel. Yeah.
Mm,
In fact, started Bobel about 25 years ago. Yeah. Until a few years later, then we have the acquisition of Bobel by a Swiss company. All right.
mm,
So, but I'm still running the Bobel in Asia Pacific region. Yeah. Because, we have started exporting from here. Yeah. So after that, after 17 years with Bobel, and we have established a market in all the Asia Pacific region. So because Bobel is Swiss origin, so what we do is we want to go to capture the English speaking Western countries. Yeah. So then, we founded this B&B Labs. Yeah. This is what we are going to talk about tonight. Yeah.
mm,
So B&B Labs, I must say, within just only a short period of few years, yeah, we have also gone, beyond just Malaysian shores.
mm.
Yeah. So we are represented, in Asia Pacific region. We already have. So we are going to go to America. So we are already registered Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. So and then UK, and South Africa. So now we are in the conversation with the people, negotiation. So we should be on board, their countries very soon. Yeah.
Mm,
So so within just like short period of time, and we are actually very proud, I must say. Yeah, proud in the positive way, lah. Huh?
mm.
Yeah, we take pride lah to tell people that B&B Labs are actually very well accepted.
Mm.
Yeah, because of the concept, the values, we put in B&B Labs. Yeah.
And also
So
you're telling me the quality of the products as well, right? Because you use the premium ingredients.
exactly. Yeah,
Mm,
we use the premium ingredients in B&B Labs. Yeah.
mm,
So yeah, so I mean for B&B Labs, because we also noticed that there is a void in the market.
mm,
Yeah. So either the products made in this place is either very harsh, you
mm,
know,
mm,
or they are like too natural that they don't have the efficacy.
mm, mm, mm,
So what we do is we combine cosmeceutical, yeah, and then as you know, Malaysia is one of the 17 most biodiverse nations in the
mm,
world
mm,
and home to centuries old rainforests.
mm,
Yeah, and the rainforests, we are very rich in Asian ingredients known for their beauty, health, and wellness benefits.
mm.
Yeah. When you go to drugstore, the Chinese drugstore, they still pull out the drawers and all this, right? So
Yep,
those
yep.
are all Chinese herbs. Yeah.
Mm,
That we know there are a lot of therapeutic properties.
mm,
So we use a modern technology to harness all those extracts from plants, from fruits and herbs. Yeah.
mm.
And then make them in our formulation, impregnate them in the formulation.
Your
Yeah.
your labs are based in Malaysia
Yes, we are based in Malaysia. Yeah.
with Malaysian scientists,
Yes, no, we are not only working with Malaysian scientists because, as you know, I have also linkage to Switzerland.
right?
Yeah, so we are having actually a combination of Asian and various Westerners, kind of technology. Yeah, to make
Right,
the best of the West and the East. Yeah, and the
right.
same thing with our formulation.
Mm,
Yeah, so we are using the Western technology and then using the Eastern healing extracts, yeah, to put in the formulation. So that's
ah,
why the products are so well accepted, even though it's just a short few years.
yeah,
We have accepted a lot of inquiries from overseas.
right.
Yeah.
So, which actually brings me to my first question, right?
Mm,
You know, tell us a little bit about how you built B&B Labs in such a small. I mean, small few years, and
yeah.
and go international. Did you always intend to go international?
Of course, yeah, because I mean, Bobel that I've been representing, we are only in Asia Pacific, yeah,
Mm,
because the Swiss they will handle the European markets,
mm,
yeah. So for us, I must say we take pride of us being Malaysians because we know Malaysians we have a lot of potential.
mm.
Yeah, don't
I agree.
underestimate us. Yeah, don't underestimate our potential. All right, and
Mm,
so we thought that in the rainforest there's so much abundance of good natural products. So why don't we use them? And then we combine with the cosmeceutical methodology, yeah, to make the products are very effective.
mm,
Yeah, we add values lah. Yeah, like in Malaysia, yes, you got this makcik that use jamu or whatever uh, as centella asiatica in their products. But then they do in a very basic way that they don't even penetrate into the skin.
huh,
Yeah, whereas for us, yes, we use all those healing traditions, but we enhance them with modern technology.
mm,
Yeah, so that's why it is actually very effective. Yeah. So these are the three pillars for our B&B Labs lah. Yeah.
mm,
So yeah, as you say, in short period, why we are able to build it, and to go overseas. Yeah, I think it is the concept and the values that you put in the products. Yeah, and
mm.
of course, the quality must speak for itself, the
Yeah,
quality. When
yeah,
people use it and they like it, yeah.
yeah.
And also because of the years of experience, that we have I and my eldest son, Julius Lim, I think he
Mm,
appears very regularly, on LinkedIn as well. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So he's very much into like branding, into like getting the overseas market. Yeah.
Mm,
So he is another co-founder.
mm,
Yeah. So because he has been also with me in Bobel, so he
yep.
has learned also the trick of the trade. Yeah. So now that when he brings all this experience into B&B Labs, yeah, so
Mm,
it's actually I must say it's not easy, but then it's
Mm.
easier, than somebody who's actually starting new lah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my next question is actually, why do you choose to be based in Malaysia? Because we have seen companies that really want to grow big and scale.
They may try to go to Singapore or they go somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. So why do you choose to be based in Malaysia?
We are Malaysians, yeah.
Wow.
So I think we have to be proud.
I
We have
wish
to
I can
be
shake your hand
proud.
right now.
Yeah, we are Malaysians. Why we have to hide under somebody's skirt, right? Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah. So be Malaysian, just be open. Yeah, Malaysian. And of course, we ourselves must be good. Lah. Yeah. That
Mm,
we can stand for our brand. We can stand for what we are doing. Yeah.
mm,
So we don't have to hide under anybody, shadow, in order to reach your potential. So you don't
mm.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but does it? I mean, do you see any like extra advantages of moving your base outside of Malaysia? Or what are the
Um,
other challenges that you might be facing to be based inside Malaysia?
because Malaysia, we are so used to the regulation here, and I must say, like Matrade, yeah,
Mm,
who which is the agency that actually highly promoting also Malaysian made products, yeah.
mm,
So we work also closely with Matrade, and they have a lot of initiations and also incentives, for people who want to go overseas, yeah,
mm,
international. Yeah, so
mm,
I think our support systems here are there lah, from the government. Yeah,
mm, mm,
so and of course you just cannot depend on like anybody. Most
mm,
important is you must have faith in what you do.
mm.
Yeah, you must have faith in what you do and do it the best you can. And I'm sure you can go anywhere you want. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no limitation, no boundaries. Yeah, so either you're here or you're in Singapore, you're in Hong Kong. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
yeah.
to
I'm
me,
yeah. I'm
because
I'm I'm asking this question because I share the same thinking as you. We are Malaysians. I don't see any reason why we cannot make it from Malaysia, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I remember back in the 90s.
mm-hmm,
Well, I mean, this is my impression. I'm not sure whether the market is still responding this way or not. But back in the 90s, in the old days, I think market generally looks down on Malaysian products and brands.
sure, mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
and I remember very, very clearly, I think those years back, I always think to myself, why, like, for example, entertainers.
mm,
When entertainers are trying to make it here, nobody cares, nobody
yeah.
cares about them,
They call them
right?
kampong champion lah, kampong
Yes,
champion.
yes. And then they had once they decide, okay, I want to pursue my dreams, I want to go Taiwan.
Mm,
Then they make it huge there, and then they come back, and
mm-hmm,
then everybody is like, oh yeah, they're Malaysians, we're so happy.
mm,
I think
yeah,
it's such a weird phenomenon. I
mm,
especially remember Anyu. I don't know whether you know Anyu or not.
mm-hmm,
uh he is huge singer songwriter in Taiwan.
yep,
I still
yep,
I still remember when he was still based in Malaysia. I bought one of his albums and I thought, hey, this guy is pretty good, no? But I
yep.
remember other people were saying, look at his face, he's not handsome. Don't know what kind of lyrics he's writing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
look, and today he's a superstar, right? And he hasn't done any plastic surgery. He's still got his bad teeth and everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Mm.
I agree with you with what you say, lah. If you have faith in what you are doing,
Mhm, mhm,
right? You can make it anywhere, lah. But sometimes I feel the market has to support now.
sure.
What do you
Mm.
think about that?
I think now more and more people are, due to the open up of the borders through this digital advancement, right? Yeah.
Mm,
So we are learning quickly as like, in the 90s, 80s when there had no internet, right? I mean, in the maybe 50s, 60s at that time, there was no internet, yeah. But now with internet, and everything, the news are traveling fast, information, you can get first-hand information also pretty fast, correct? Now,
mm, mm,
yeah. So to me, it's like there's to me there's no boundary lah, so
Mm,
it is your your vision, where you want to go, where you want to reach, whether you
mm,
believe in yourself or not. Yeah. So
mm,
to me, I don't feel less of a person because I'm a Malaysian.
mm,
I'm always proud to be to be a Malaysian. Yeah.
mm.
So, yeah, even when I go traveling, overseas and all that, I'm very proud. I don't, I know like years ago, when you say Malaysia, oh, Singapore, they would think that we were from Singapore. No, I said, no, Malaysia. Yeah. So, of course, maybe the government was not promoting a lot Malaysia outside, But now
Mm,
as you travel, more and more people, they know Malaysia, you know.
mm, mm.
Yeah. So at
Yeah,
least people can see us on the map lah.
yeah. And you were saying that you gotta have faith in yourself and what you're doing, right? So then, what motivates you, Ruby? What motivates you to think bigger and and think worldwide?
Mm. Uh, I think for me, it is the positive mindset. Yeah. So for me, I always have this notion of like, there's nothing impossible.
Mm,
Yeah. If you're passionate about it and you really like to do this thing, you drive yourself with a purpose, with a
mm,
value. Yeah. And you can achieve whatever dream you want. Don't
yeah,
limit the amount or the size of the dream that you have. Yeah. So if dare to dream, it will happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's
So don't limit your thought, that just because of what you heard or what you saw, that the people despise Malaysians or Malaysian goods, don't care. At the beginning, when some of the Malaysians, when we give them B&B Labs products, they're, huh, Malaysian made products, yeah, when they do not know the background of B&B Labs, right?
right.
Yeah, so I'm Malaysian. So sometimes I tell my salespeople, you tell them, do you fly in AirAsia?
Mm.
You need to, you can trust AirAsia to fly you somewhere. You're in the sky, you can drop down anytime. If you do not,
That's right.
if you don't trust Malaysian, people, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And another one is Selangor Pewter, and also
Yeah,
this what is that? Borneo.
yeah.
At one time, my Middle East customer came and
Mm,
he was looking for bags. So I brought him to KLCC for shopping. Okay.
mm,
So we went into Borneo. Yeah.
mm,
And I was so proud to see a Borneo bag. At
mm,
that time, must be like maybe 10 years ago. You know,
mm,
Borneo bag cost as much as like at that time, maybe like a Chanel bag.
mm. Wow,
Yeah. So,
I didn't
I was
realize.
so happy to see that. Yes, yes. And then when he wanted to buy that bag, that was the only one on display. And
Mm.
Borneo can say that, no, I'm not saying selling this. You see, it was 5,000 over ringgit. So, we Malaysians, we can. Yeah, don't underestimate our own potential.
That
If
is
you dare
so
to dream,
wonderful to hear. Yeah,
yes,
I totally agree with you.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and I think I think well, not every Malaysian, but I think many Malaysians need to accept that and support our local brands. Right.
exactly.
So well, local brands, they might be starting out and not as established as other brands that we are used to, but if we
Mhm.
don't support them, who's going to support them, right?
Sure, sure. Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, having said this, of course, the business people or the brand owner must make sure that, you have good quality products to offer to people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the challenge in Malaysia is like people can just accept, a bit substandard kind of thing.
Hmm.
They're very
No,
forgiving.
we can accept we can accept substandard products from China. We cannot accept substandard product from Malaysia. I don't know
Exactly.
why.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, uh, the business owner must always make sure that they improve lah. They
Mm.
improve with time. They improve with the trend. Yeah, they must know what the market needs,
Mm. Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then you come up with something that can fit the market needs, and I think you will have the market.
Mm.
Yeah. But you
True.
must drive
True.
the brand with the purpose lah. What is it for? Like in B&B Labs, we say free your skin. That is our tagline.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So our whole purpose of having B&B Labs is to free you from any skin conditions that you have.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's why we
R-
make it cosmeceutical. Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
just
Now that you mentioned, it's true. Like AirAsia is also has a very simple purpose, right? Everyone can fly,
exactly. Yeah.
right? So
So
yeah,
for us,
yeah.
it's just free your skin. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe you want to show the slide now of we
Ah.
just launched out, our second version of the custom mask. Yeah. So this is a custom mask that we have. Now sheet mask in the market is flooded lah, with a lot of sheet mask. Okay.
Mm.
But then the custom mask that we have, the name customized, according to your skin.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Mm.
even those sheet masks that you see here, they are made from different materials. you know yeah, so we have like from bamboo, we have from fruit extract,
Oh.
so we have different material for different purpose. Yeah. So and customers, this is the first customized microbiome sheet mask. Microbiome is a big thing, you
Mm.
know in the beauty market worldwide. Yeah. In Malaysia, maybe many people still don't know what is this microbiome. Microbiome basically are the organism, like a bacteria and fungi,
Right.
and all this on our skin. Yeah. We have
Mm.
the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. In fact,
Mm.
10% of our skin is cells, the rest are 90% are actually made of bacteria. Yeah. So
Mm.
of course we want to keep the good bacteria. Because this bacteria, what happens, it will keep our skin acidic. Our skin acidic, then can fight against all these infection,
Right.
infection on our skin, you see. Yeah. And also, you'll keep it acidic, and also will boost the immunity of our skin microbiome. Yeah. So
I
what happens?
definitely need to have a conversation with you on the side later. My daughter has skin acne, so need something to. She's been trying to get rid of it for many years, but no success.
Oh, I tell you what, B&B Labs, we have one of the best anti-acne. We have another kit. Yeah, besides this
Mm.
customers, we have another kit. Yeah, a
Mm.
starter kit now that people can try. So we have a lot of good testimonials lah. People who
Mm.
just bought a small kit, and then after that, they upgrade to the regular size. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, no worry. You can you're coming to the right place, for
Okay. Okay.
advice. Okay, so we have these customers, and then for us, we also send this mask for some testing. You go to the
Mm.
next slide.
Mm.
Yeah, we send these customers, the microbiome, the is the ingredient microbiome, that
Mm.
consists of seven, different kinds of actives. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so we have ecology plus. We call it ecology plus. That is the one that is a concoction. It is our own proprietary trademark.
Mm.
Ecology plus, our own proprietary ingredient complex. Yeah. So supports a microbiome. So that means
Mm.
this test is actually tested and verified by this Schema Life Sciences in France. We send
Mm.
the whole products to France, to be testified that this Ecology Plus can really support the growth of good prebiotic and also the probiotic, on the skin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we have gone to even this extent, to send the products for verification.
Mm.
Yeah, by a very reliable and credible body, lah, which
Mm.
is Kima Life Sciences in France.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Mm.
So
So then,
so
sorry.
that's the product part, right? So you got to
Mm.
make sure your product is good, but which also well leads nicely to my next question. What does
Yeah.
it take to actually build an international brand? Besides the product.
Yeah. As I say, the quality. Yeah. So
Mm.
like there's so much of sheet mask in the market. If you
Mm.
just walk into Watson, your Guardian, you
Yeah.
find rows and rows of sheet mask that is very very cheap. Okay.
Yeah.
To me, those masks are only paper with some solutions from water, mainly water
Oh,
lah.
oh,
75-80% are just water.
it's just
Okay,
for
active
hydration,
is
is it?
very, yeah, exactly. Yeah, active is
God.
very little. So that's why for us, I think it's very important to make sure you have a product quality. If not, you cannot go international. Because when you go
Mm,
international, you're not just competing on the home front.
mm,
Home
mm,
front here,
mm,
yes, we're competing with all those pharmacy, all those cheap market,
mm,
sheet mask. But then when you go international, you must be prepared to compete with the international players.
mm,
And this is the reason why we send the products out to a French body, yeah, a
mm,
neutral body to test on the ingredients ecology plus that we use in custom mask. So this is the one that make the unique difference between us and those in the market.
mm.
Yeah, those in the market, I can tell you, we, we, we do not have a competitor lah. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you
Even
need to have a lot of courage to actually measure yourself against international competitors? Ah?
yes, 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 yes. I tell you, we can sit side by side with many international players of our this level of
Mm,
products.
mm. But do you
Yes,
need to be brave enough to actually present yourself like that and develop your business and products up to that level?
definitely, definitely. I
Mm,
told you our B&B Lab products, do not lose any because we have been in this line for a long time,
mm.
so we know what are available in the market,
But
and
what I'm just curious, what makes you want to compete at the international with international level products, and not just Malaysian level?
okay, Malaysia, I would say the competition is very weak lah. If you're talking about quality. Yeah. So in order to really bring ourselves to the another notch of excellence, so we need to compete at the international level. Yeah,
Mm,
because there are actually stronger players. Yeah.
mm,
So if we are able to put our B&B Labs together with these other, international branded products,
mm.
you know that you have achieved certain mileage of success. Yeah,
That
when
means
people,
you yourself within you got to have that
you must have that.
desire and the mindset,
Yes, yes.
to measure yourself at that level.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you must have the confidence in you, like you must be also subject matter expert, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, because if you're not, then you do not know how to do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, to go international definitely is very competitive, very very
Hmm.
competitive. Yeah, but then you must know what it takes. Like as I say, one of them is the product quality. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, certified and verified by a good neutral body.
Hmm. Hmm.
To
Hmm.
say that yes, your products are indeed, meet that quality standard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we were also talking before the show that branding is the one that goes in front of you before you actually enter the international markets, right?
Mm-hmm.
That will help you open the doors.
Sure.
Otherwise, if you're just holding the product and going overseas, you're basically competing on uh, what do you call it, product and price lah.
Sure. Sure.
Then how was your journey like? Did you intentionally spend time to build up the brand
Mm.
to become your forward army or something?
Yeah. Well, definitely people need to first recognize your brand. Huh? So in
Mm,
our home country, we also must do well. Yeah.
mm,
And then now it's a little bit easier to go international because, of this omni-channel social media platforms.
mm, mm,
All right. So if you know how to communicate your values,
mm,
brand values, your brand concept well,
mm.
and I think just like as I said, we went LinkedIn and then we able to get inquiries from America. Yeah.
Wow.
We also brought our products B&B Labs to London in one of the beauty shows.
Mm,
Yeah. Then we got a UK party that's interested in taking our product now. And
mm.
from the UK company, they introduced us to someone in South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. So, before MCO, we actually traveled all the way to London. We participated
Mm.
in the beauty show, and we got
Mm.
covered by the Italian media, by French media and UK media.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were the only Malaysian company there in the show, but we put up a nice booth. We put
Right.
up a booth, and we put also Malaysian flag. So we are very
Right.
proud to tell people that, we are from Malaysia and these are the Malaysian made products. Yeah.
So you got to invest in the branding as well, lah, right?
Of
You cannot
course. Yeah.
stinge on the branding.
No, pre-show you have to do some branding work, yeah, to let people know that you are there, then they come and visit you, yeah. So yeah, we do a lot of pre-show branding, and communication with people, yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, you are very right. Branding is very important. If your brand, gives people a good vibe, that you have been doing everything good for the community, yeah. So it
Mm.
must be it must be truthful like in what you're offering. Yeah. Just
Mm.
like B&B
Mm.
Labs to free your skin. So every formulation is targeting and treating skin conditions.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. So that's being true to your brand values, lah, right?
Yes, it's true.
You got to have true brand values in the first place, right? You
Exactly.
can't just create a tagline
But
and
oh no, no,
yeah.
no. You cannot start. I know a lot of people fail because they think that okay, skincare, beauty products, you target a women market, very easy to make money. Yeah.
Mm.
So, but then they are driven by just only money.
Mm.
So they just
Mm.
get somebody just simply make some products, and copy here, copy there. Yeah. But this kind of brand will not sustain.
And we have a lot of these kind of brands in Malaysia, right? Especially they start a direct
Definitely,
selling company. Then
definitely.
suddenly the government comes in. Oh, there's a lot of banned substances in this product.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They put a lot of chemicals inside, for people to get like instant result.
Mm.
Especially, yeah, here people like white, right? White skin,
Yeah.
fair
Yeah. Yeah.
skin. Okay. So, I mean, you can put mercury,
Mm.
you know.
People still do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, of course. You can put hydroquinone. As you say, now some brands that were sieged by the government. Yeah.
My
So,
goodness.
because of they are actually driven by what's called that the greed lah for money,
Mm.
quick money, you know.
Mm. Mm.
So, but then the brand has to die.
Mm.
It's not sustainable
Mm.
because first you created the brand not from the right values. It's only for your own gains, for money.
Right. True.
Of course, in every business we need to make money, yeah. But then you need to have the right values in place.
Yeah.
Then your business can bring you income,
Yeah.
can bring you the revenue. Yeah.
Correct.
So I think
Because when your brand is based on a purpose, then it's
then it's
sustainable, right? The
sustainable.
purpose sustains you.
Correct. Yeah. So
Hmm.
even if you face with hardship, challenges, of course, every business you will have challenges.
Mm.
You will not throw in the towels because you
Right.
have a values, you have a purpose. Before you actually created the brand, before
Yeah.
you put the product into the market.
That is such an important point, and I
Mm.
mean, I know a lot of people start businesses for many reasons, right? Some people start simply because this thing can make money.
Yeah.
Some people start a business because they really feel a sense of purpose. They want to do it.
Yes.
But I think I mean I really agree that even if you start a business just to make money, I
Mm.
think it's more sustainable and stronger if along the way you build in a purpose to the
Exactly.
company lah, stronger than just making money.
Exactly. Yeah. Of course, in any business, you need to make money, in order to
Mm,
be profitable, in order to sustain your business, right?
mm,
Yeah. Even
yeah.
now, all those social enterprises, they have to also make money.
Yes, exactly.
So
Hi
just
Colton, thanks for
the
joining
money
us.
in order to maintain, everything, right? Yeah.
Yes, correct,
Then
correct,
to
correct.
do it with humanity, lah,
Yeah,
and doing something good for the communities. I think
yeah,
then people will support you. Yeah.
yeah. You mentioned the purpose will take you through, sustain you through the challenges. Okay, so
Mhm.
then my question is, what are some of the challenges that you have faced before, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. Uh, I must say it is the human resource factors in Malaysia.
Mm.
Yeah. Even like our staff, the team members, yeah, because we want to go international.
Mm.
But, even though how we want to, to cultivate a culture, it takes a long time. And
Mm.
unfortunately, a lot of young people, they have no patience,
Mm.
you know. So along the way, they may drop off. Yeah.
Mm.
So, our challenges is to let them bring the mindset to that international level,
Mm.
you know. And I remember, pre MCO, I travel quite a bit. Every time I come back, I will share with them, even, how the Vietnamese, how they work, the
Mm.
South Koreans,
I
how they
remember
are
I was in Vietnam a couple of years back. Very
yeah,
aggressive people.
exactly. And then mainland Chinese in China.
Oh my goodness.
Ah,
I
I
don't dare to
told
work with mainland Chinese. They are so
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah, for them it's no kiasu one, they kiasu lah, they kiasi one, they will just go.
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah.
kiasi one, yeah. So for them, the striving, the dynamism that I find is really very much lacking in the generally lah, in the Malaysian human resource. Yeah.
Mm.
And then sometimes you want them to bring themselves up to another level,
Mm.
they do not have that threshold. The threshold is very low.
Mm.
And to them, they say, so stressful. You know,
Mm.
as I said, to go international is not easy.
Mm.
There are
Mm.
many hurdles that we need to, climb to also improve. Yeah.
Mm.
But many of them just do not have the enough steam. You know,
Mm.
no
Mm.
steam until get so deflated they cannot move anymore.
Right, right, right.
The young ones, those older, generations who have been with us, so it's okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But then again, the older ones are not digitally not so savvy, lah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't have
You
don't
know,
have so much energy also. I realize I'm
the
approaching
standard
50
now.
now, and my energy level is really,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Last time
So,
15 hours, 16 hours a day, no problem. Now by 8 o'clock,
mm,
I don't want to do anything already.
I know. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I even my own children, I used to
Mm.
tell them, I could work until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
7 o'clock morning, I was already up. You know,
Mm.
yeah. Especially when I travel outstation here. Yeah, I will have breakfast with my staff. Then the next, and then next we'll go for either our seminars or talks. Yeah,
Mm.
or visit our customers. Yeah, just
Mm.
3, 4 hours. The other, I told you, the co-founder of B&B Labs, Julius, used to
Mm.
study in America in New York. Yeah.
Mm.
So I used to talk to him, like our time here, like say 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, but for him it's day lah.
Yeah, correct, correct.
So he knew I worked very hard. So, so very quite lah. So came back and then we worked together. So
Yeah,
now
yeah,
we are
yeah.
able to do the B&B Labs. Yeah.
That's joyful, lah.
Yeah.
So, any other challenges that you face or not?
Uh, to me, the biggest is actually HR. To me, there's no challenge that you cannot,
Mm.
um, you cannot overcome. Yeah. So as I say, if you have a very strong mindset, that
Mm.
everything there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm.
One of my staff used to tell the other team members, what is the word that is not in Ruby's vocabulary?
Mm.
Impossible. Yeah. That is a word that is not in my vocab.
Right.
Yeah. So to me, it's like, also because I think it's a grace from God. Like, I always have this very positive mindset. Yeah.
Mm.
So even though there are challenges, but small challenges I cannot even remember.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm given such a favor and grace from God that, I'm
Mm.
just able to overcome it and to see things in the right perspective.
Mm.
Yeah. And with a positive mindset, that
Right.
I always overcome. Yeah, so I would not have like a sleepless night like what people say, no.
Mm,
God is so gracious to me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very important when you have the right mindset. The
Mm.
s- sleep comes.
Yes.
And sleep is very important. Actually, I haven't under. I mean, I have underestimated sleep. I'm the kind of person I don't like to sleep on because I feel sleep is a
Mm.
waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
there are some friends who say, hey, you got time to sleep, lah, when you are dead, lah.
but what happened was my accident.
Forever.
That my accident really reminded me again, because past few months I could really feel myself burning out, because I
Yeah.
was so busy.
Mm.
I was just completely losing any motivation to do anything, any work.
Mm. Mm.
But when I had the accident, I had 2 days of nothing to do inside the hospital, just
Uh,
watch TV and sleep.
yeah. That's God
Uh,
telling you, hey, you have to take a break.
I actually wanted to work in the hospital. I brought my laptop, but the stress of being in the hospital, I mean, the a lot of stress lah, but the hospital environment was just like, I don't feel like working lah. But
Mm.
it was really good because when I went in, they took my blood pressure. It was somewhere along 180, 180,
Wow.
110, something like that.
Wow, that's very high.
Very, very high. 180,
Oh,
I think the highest one was about 190, 120 at the
wow.
highest lah.
I think it's a shock also lah that you were
Yes,
suffering.
definitely. But I also have mild hypertension now.
Mm.
But after, I think after one night or 2 nights sleep, I actually got 8 to 10 hours sleep.
Mm.
So in the morning when they came and took my blood pressure, 120, 80.
Wow, normal.
So it's like
Yeah.
that really reminded me, hey, don't underestimate sleep lah. I mean, I still feel like I don't feel like sleeping, but I realize that is the wrong mindset actually, right? Sleep
It's
is
right. True.
really, really important. It's important to
Yeah.
get enough
Very,
sleep.
very important to have a good night, restful sleep.
Right.
I mean, the
And
number of
and
hours
having
don't
and
really. Mm,
like you said, having the peaceful mind when we sleep,
yeah. Yeah.
so
It's a
important.
restful mind. Restful
Mm,
mind. It's not the number of hours. People can sleep for 10, 12 hours. You get up also, like very grouchy kind of person. Yeah.
mm, mm,
Because
mm,
the person had disturbed sleep, right?
mm.
Yeah. But if you have a good night, 6 hours, to
Mm,
me, is good enough. Five,
yeah.
6 hours. I don't sleep many hours. Yeah.
Mm,
But for me, I'm the type also, I'm so driven by, I want to complete my work. But of course, we cannot complete lah. But then
mm,
whatever work that for the day, yeah, I would like to like finish it,
yeah,
before the next day. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, because my lecturer used to tell me that, because your heart is strong and your brain is stronger than your body.
Mm,
You see, your brain is
mm,
stronger. Yeah. But of
mm.
course, we cannot underestimate lah that, one day it can actually, break down also, right?
Yes,
Because
true,
you're so strong in the mindset that,
true,
you do
true,
not
true.
know your body is suffering.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true, very
Yeah.
true.
So,
And
I
sometimes our
believe,
body can be suffering in ways we don't realize now. Like having that high blood pressure. When I was pretty shocked when I saw the pressure because I felt nothing. I felt
mm,
totally normal. I knew I
mm,
was I knew I was kancheng and stressed lah, but I did not
mm,
feel physically wrong. I just
yeah.
felt that mentally I was
But
upset
good
lah.
lah. God taught you a lesson.
Yeah, I
So
mean
save your
those are
life.
dangerously high levels. That could lead to stroke and I mean
Yeah,
prolong that
yeah,
kind of pressure.
yeah, yeah. And also tell you
So
lah that you have to sometimes take some rest lah, and respect your body.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, one more question I want to ask you. Tell us about aging joyfully. This thing that you advocate.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
So for me, as I say, at whatever age, you have to embrace it.
Mm,
Yeah. And you have to face the fact that, there's no immortality. Everybody has to die one day. Everybody has to age. Yeah. So
mm,
there's nothing wrong with aging. Yeah.
mm,
But we can age joyfully that, you
mm,
still look good, you still have the dignity.
mm,
So
mm,
embrace and be comfortable at any age you are. Yeah.
mm.
So that's why I always advocate, body, mind, and soul harmony.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very important that you need to have a very calm mind.
Mm.
Yeah, if you have a very calm mind, your emotion will be controlled.
Mm.
Yeah, and that is actually very soothing, very comforting for your body systems.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So that is also part of the body healing, process.
Mm. Mm.
You see, just like you had an accident, the kind of stress, how
Yeah.
much stress caused to your vascular system,
Yeah.
your blood
Yeah. Yeah.
will shoot up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
So it's the same as when you're angry.
Mm.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
someone is always angry, so you can imagine how damaging it is, to your liver and to
Mm.
your blood system, due to your blood pressure.
Mm. Mm.
So, so to me, I think aging joyfully is actually very important. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has to go through this. It's not just only exclusively to one person.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody will
True.
age. So
True.
why not, embrace it and be happy, be positive, and just move on life. Yeah.
Mm.
Until
Wonderful.
we go home.
Yep. I hope to age joyfully also. I have a few worries about aging lah, but okay lah.
No,
I'm
no,
not there
not at
yet, so we
all.
will cross that bridge when it comes to it lah. No point worrying about it now lah.
No, no, no. You don't have to worry. Just be comfortable. Just drive your life with a purpose.
Mm.
Yeah. Then you have no space for worry.
Mm.
You have no space for worry. Yeah. You just enjoy life. Just enjoy every moment. The power of now, lah. So
Yeah.
don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Correct. Correct.
Just
That's what I
enjoy
keep
the
reminding.
moment.
That's what I keep
Yeah.
reminding myself. I'm a worrier by nature, but over the years
Yeah.
I've learned to just
I know
okay.
you're
Nothing I can
Christian,
do
so
about the
just
past.
pray.
Nothing I can do about the future. Just leave it to God lah.
Chee-Seng, I know you're
Mm.
Christian, so just pray.
Yeah.
Prayers
Correct.
help. Prayers help.
Yep.
Listen to
Correct.
worship song. Yeah. In
Mm.
my car, I always play worship song, and I love worship song.
Yes.
Yeah, and I sing
the, the,
it.
the younger generation one I cannot connect lah. I have to listen to the older one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
Ruby, so what are your three key takeaways for us tonight? We have come to the end of our show already, so we have to wrap up.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Three key takeaways for us
Mm.
tonight. I think, because since we are talking about, going international, being a successful entrepreneur, right?
Mm.
So I think the first thing is like, yeah, don't start business just for the sake of making money only.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure you have a purpose for whatever that you're starting.
Mm.
And then you can be resilient in it.
Mm.
Yeah. So, definitely challenges and all this will come your way. Yeah. But if you drive your business with a purpose,
Mm.
you'll carry on. You're not throwing your towels.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And then can believe in what you do. Lah.
Mm.
Believe in what you do. Yeah. Have
Mm.
faith. Yeah. So then you enjoy every moment of the business.
Mm.
Yeah. Because if you do not enjoy what you do and you have the wrong purpose, it's not sustainable. And you feel
Yeah.
tired. You feel
Yeah.
very, very tired and fatigued.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're always
Because you're
sleepy and you're
conflicted, right?
always,
So yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And then number three, to me, very important is the EQ health. You must have an emotional intelligence, the
Mm.
creation. Yeah, emotional
Mm.
intelligence and with the humility lah, always
Mm.
be prepared to learn. Yeah, as I say, we are always learning. I'm always learning. Yeah, so we learn from the younger ones also, on this
Yep.
digital kind of technology. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, just be humble, open up. Yeah, don't think that we know already everything.
Mm.
Yeah, so there's so much to learn. Yeah, there's no
Yep.
such thing as we know everything, right?
True.
Only
Very
God
true.
knows everything. Like we human, we cannot know everything. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So that's why I say just be humble, all right,
Mm.
and with the emotional strength, yeah, and be resilient in what you do. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruby, for spending time with us. Our show is up 1 hour already. Time flies so
Wow,
very fast.
time flies.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for all of you who have joined us as well. Let me give you a little preview of what's going to happen on the next Leaders Dojo. Uh, well, she was supposed to come on the last Leaders Dojo, but unfortunately, we know what happened to me. So she has graciously arranged her time to come on February 22nd. Jane Rai, veteran of the tour industry in Malaysia, and she has done something very very interesting. She has this unscripted walking tours where she brings people around the heritage areas of KL, and just to remember and revive that the heritage, the rich historical heritage that KL has. Sometimes we see all these big tall buildings, especially the Merdeka Tower going up, TRX going up. These are like record holding towers. We see all the shiny steel and glass structures, but it's really really interesting to just walk around the old town and remember the history of the city. And Jane is the pioneer of that. And it has spread to other cities as well, right? If I remember, she was telling me people in Penang want to do it. Um there's a lot of potential for it, I think, in Johor and Ipoh as well. Lots of heritage there as well. And the interesting thing is, when the MCO happened, my friend Jane was the first Malaysian to offer these walking tours virtually, right? So while everybody was very, very afraid for the tourism industry, Jane was the first Malaysian to actually take her tours online, and she has actually developed her tours with a local startup company who is offering this technology, right? Virtual tours. So really, really interesting chat we're going to have with Jane Rai. Please join us on February 22nd. But for now, thank you very much to Ruby, and thank you all for joining us tonight. And I wish you good night and have a great week ahead.
Good night, Chee-Seng. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good night.